Wow.
So you see,
Yeah.
so this is what usually happens. The body's mechanisms are controlled by these systems that have been put in place, the hormonal aspects and the genetic aspects. So it's not limited to the food, the eating. And for that matter, you are supposed to, when you realize now that is going overboard for your case, that now the fats are not getting depleted or whatever. So now this is what you do. There are statins and whatever. There are the therapeutic measures that can be incorporated because now at all costs the fat deposits have to be exploited, have to be broken down. Yes, and so it usually happens that the hormones, depending on the activity. Let me use, I've just mentioned one very common hormone in this. And also, okay, before I come to the next aspect, you see, that hormone of leptin, when you sleep, okay, when you sleep, it usually regulates the appetite, whatever. So the appetite for eating when you sleep. So you see now, it becomes, when you sleep, when it's released into the system, it suppresses, you understand, the suppresses the need to eat.
Yeah.
But then now, when you fail to, because of some other aspects that might lead to that, maybe stress and whatever, because these are things which are, these are intertwined situations. So now, when it is into the system so much, usually, you see, when your leptin has been denied, then you have the urge to eat, the urge to eat. And then in the same way also, there are hormones which are behind, which are responsible for the metabolic processes that also break these things down. Even when you are in situ, you understand. So that is usually what basically happens in the body. And then now there is failure of the complete metabolic processes, that cycle from being realized.
Oh, yes. So most of the time when you think about hunger and obesity, we think, okay, fine. So when there is lack of proper diet or proper nutrition, of course, most people tend to really focus on one thing, and that is more on carbohydrates. So I think most of the time we tend to think, oh, so the fact that they eat a lot of starch, then of course you might end up getting obese. Is that true? Is there any relation to that?
Okay. So eating starch has an impact. Oh yes, it's true. But not limited to.
Not limited to.
Yes. Because sometimes, as we have said, there are other factors which you may not be able to modify and control.
Yeah, true.
Yes, just as we've said. But so it's not really limited to. Sometimes we might have the fast which is controlled. Yeah, we might also recommend that, you know, then we introduce proteins. Yes, many a times. So that is the phenomenon.